This is a presentation of the University of Wisconsin-Parkside.
My name is Emily Jacobsen, and I graduated from UW-Parkside in May of 2012 with a degree in communication with an emphasis in public relations. I've had kind of a unique situation. I actually got a job prior to graduation, so I finished up my last semester of school while working at my current position. Kind of through Parkside and networking, I learned about a job at 95 Will Rock, which is where I work now, a radio station out of Pleasant Prairie, and I learned about a morning show opening, and I kind of dove right into that, and it was my dream job. I didn't think there was a chance in the world that I would get it, and I ended up getting it. So I kind of pulled 17-hour days and finished up my last semester of school from December to May, and worked by day, went to school by afternoon and evening, and that's how I finished up my last semester of school. Prior to getting the job here at Will Rock, I actually did a year at another radio station in Milwaukee. I don't want to say it was an internship because it wasn't through school, but it was kind of another thing that fell into my lap, and that's what made me kind of really discover my passion for radio. So that was about a year of experience, and it was minor. It wasn't anything, that could have prepared me for what I do now entirely, but it was more promotional stuff, more of kind of what I felt like I would be doing after graduating. Now I'm more doing the on-air stuff as opposed to the promotional stuff, but I would say being at a radio station gave me kind of the experience that it was definitely helpful for right now where I am. I think being at Parkside and being a comm major definitely helped to open me up and helped me to be more outgoing. I feel like a lot of times today people are very reliant on like social media, and I feel like face-to-face communication has really kind of fallen in recent years. So I feel like being a comm major helped me to, open up, I guess, a little bit and not be so closed off. It helped me to become more outgoing. Being more open is huge. My sister is a great example. She's a lot younger than me, and you just recently had her first job interview, and she was so nervous, and she didn't know how to act or what to say, or I feel like, even it was hard for her to have a face-to-face conversation with someone. When you're a comm major, you do a lot of that in class, outside the classroom. You just learn to be more comfortable with people in general. I feel like that's important for after you graduate and when you're looking for a job. I would say if I had to offer advice to current students, I would say don't ever not go for a job because you don't think it's realistic. I never thought that I would get this job. I think it sounds really cliche, but I think you should dream big and you should always go for what you want to go for in the professional field. And, finding a job is hard once you graduate. I was very lucky to have had this kind of fall into my lap, but a lot of my friends, whether they were comm majors or not, are having, they have a hard time finding a job that they really enjoy after graduation. But it's just important, I think, to keep with it and always do what you love. They say if you do what you love, you don't work a day in your life. And I really do believe that. I don't even feel like I work sometimes because I really love what I do. So I think that's really important. Just be patient and work hard. If you're interested in going to radio or doing anything in the promotional field, because radio is big about promotions. You don't really think about, our radio station exists because of promotional events and because of advertising. So I would say if you're interested in going into radio, I would get an internship. And in fact, we need interns here always, winter, summer, spring. So if you're interested in an internship, obviously we're here, we're close to Parkside. Otherwise, there's radio stations in Chicago and Milwaukee. Internships are huge, and again, I was very fortunate to kind of land the job I did, but working your way from the bottom to the top is usually the case. And so a lot of people start with an internship here. That's how several of our on-air jocks started here, and then you kind of can work your way up, and if you really love the field and you're good at it, you can work your way up to doing on-air stuff.